everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Day Rogers and I am the owner of R.E.A.L, redefining every aspect of life. Today, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about the power of the mind, my friends. Yes, the power of the mind. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before, or something along the lines of positive thinking creates a more positive life. And I'm here to tell you that that is absolutely correct. As we all know, the brain is very powerful. It controls everything in our body. It controls the way we move, the way we think. It tells us to even do things like breathe so that we can survive. So, yes, it's extremely powerful. So, one can only imagine the effect that it can have on the reality around us. So, to better understand the power of your mind, you need to understand the two pieces of your mind. So we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is the awareness that you have and what's currently going on in your life. As I said earlier, our brain controls everything that we do. So your conscious mind is walking around, thinking about what you're currently seeing and grasping what's going on in your day-to-day life. However, your subconscious mind is your memory, your beliefs, your values, and kind of like a subtle piece of your mind that has an extreme impact on your actions and your reality. So what I'm basically saying to you is when we discuss the concept of the power of the mind, we're really focusing and honing in on the subconscious mind and what we are doing as individuals to affect our subconscious mind. So something that is also very important to know and understand to truly grasp this concept of the power of the mind is the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that what you believe, what you think, what you feel will become your reality. That is pretty powerful in itself. So basically, our subconscious mind will create our reality. So let's get into this a little deeper. The first thing that I really want to point out and address is that we have to learn how to take responsibility for the things that go on in our life. Now, I understand that there are a lot of things that happen in life that are out of our control. But what we have to realize is that regardless of the things that happen in life that are not in our control, what we can control is how we react to those things that happen to us. So if you get laid off from your job, that may not have been in your control, but how you react to that and you learn from that is in your control. The things that you allow yourself to say about that action is in your control. The way you allow yourself to perceive how your life will look following that layoff is in your control. So we have to start taking responsibility for what is in our control, because we can't live our lives worrying about the things that aren't in our control. That's counterintuitive and it's not productive. First, the thing that we allow ourselves to say is extremely important when talking about the power of the mind. I'm sure you guys have heard before that the power is in the tongue. So if you're claiming that you're not going to pass a test, or you're not going to be able to pay those bills, or that your health is not where it needs to be, how can you expect your reality to be any different than what you have already proclaimed over your life? It can't be. So we have to practice more positive self-talk and avoid negative self-talk. You have to become more optimistic about your life. Optimism is not the same as being naive, though. Sometimes people get so frustrated with others being so positive and optimistic that they want to say they're naive or they're not in touch with reality. No, that is not true. Being optimistic does not equate to being unaware of the realities of the world or the realities of your challenges. Being optimistic means choosing, going back to that choice, our responsibility to think positively of the future, to look at the outcomes and predict that there will be happiness, success in our future. You have to be more optimistic. We have to work on unlearning the idea that speaking highly of ourselves means that we are cocky or arrogant. Now, there is a thin line between confidence and arrogance. But I challenge challenge you to begin to speak more highly of yourself. There is nothing wrong with giving yourself positive affirmations. There is nothing wrong with you speaking about your success. I've seen one too many times where people don't want to make others uncomfortable by speaking highly of themselves. We don't want to say what grade we got because we're nervous someone got a lower one. We don't want to discuss our finances because we don't want to offend anyone in a lower tax bracket. You don't want to temper your own mindset just because you want to make someone else comfortable. And in all actuality, you speaking positively of yourself and being proud of the hard work that you put into your life may encourage more people than you think. We also have to start focusing on the good. Thinking about this whole concept, the power of the mind, the power of the mind. If we are actively thinking of all the negative things, all the bad things in our life, all of our weaknesses, how can we expect our mind to work in a healthy and positive way? It just will not work. You have to take responsibility and actively beginning to be more positive in your own life. Saying positive things to yourself, repeating positive affirmations to yourself, finding humor in your challenges. We're going to face stress. We're going to be challenged every day. And it's not about what we go through, it's how we deal with the things that we go through. Because honestly, sometimes it's a lot easier to be negative than it is to be positive. And I know a lot of you may be thinking, who wants to live a negative life? But that's exactly what I'm asking you. More often than not, we fall victim to our sorrows and the different stresses that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. We wallow in it. We let it overpower us and take control of our lives. You are the only one that can control your life. You are the only one that can control what you allow yourself to think and believe. And this goes back to that concept I mentioned as far as taking responsibility for the power of your own mind. We have to redefine how we view our day-to-day lives and start being much more intentional and aware of what we are immersing ourselves in on a day-to-day basis. What are you allowing to come out of your mouth? Are you speaking positive things over your life? Are you claiming victories and success? Or are you doubting yourself, questioning your worth, and ultimately making your mind believe that you are not worthy of success? Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is Day Rogers, and I appreciate you for tuning into R.E.A.L. And I hope that this video will help you redefine every aspect of your life. See you next time.